Hi and welcome to our 25-minute low intensity workout with me, Coach Di. So this workout is great if you've already spent some time this week working at some higher intensities. If you've been part of some of the programs that we're doing, it will act as a really useful recovery tool. Or maybe if you're just squeezed on time and you need to move, you need to do something without getting too sweaty. Heart rate will come up a little bit, we'll tick some boxes in terms of daily movement that we need to get, and hopefully after 25 minutes you will leave feeling better than you did when you began. The goal of today is to go from simple to complex with our movements and then build from the ground up, and that's where we'll begin. So all you need is a little bit of space. You can lay yourself down on the ground, nice comfortable position. We're going to kick some things off with some breath work. So all we're going to do is some belly breathing. Place one hand on your tummy, one hand on your chest. Nice deep breath in through the nose. And then out through your nose. So the hand on your tummy should rise first and most. The hand on your chest last and least. Try and make those breaths last for about 5 to 6 seconds in and 5 to 6 seconds out. Okay, if you can't exactly match that cadence, just keep the breaths in the tummy where the diaphragm allows the tummy to fill first, then the ribs expand and it comes all the way into your upper back and lats, avoiding any shrugging here of the shoulders. 2 to 3 more breaths. And then staying in this position. I'll just change my mat angle here so you guys can see this a bit better. But you're going to be in the same position, feet around shoulder width apart, and we're going to work internal and external rotations on the hips. So both legs move together, one drops in, one drops out. We're just going to roll the hips here side to side, nice and slow. Not forcing any range in the first few reps. Not necessarily feeling anything stretch or any tension. As we go through the reps, you can start to increase the range a little. We're allowing the femur, the thigh bone, to rotate within the joint of the hip capsule. This is nice if you've been sat down for long periods, maybe in some meetings or doing a lot of work. Just a few more reps. And hold at the top. Again, nice deep breath in, fill the belly. And as you breathe out, press your low back into the ground. We'll do this only 3 times. Breathe in, tummy expands, breathe out, tummy goes down, press into the floor. One more time. And on that 3rd rep, just raise the legs up to 90 degrees. So you feel you're holding a little bit of tension here in the midsection around the abdominals. All we're going to do, elbows into the ground, so it's going to give you a bit of a core assist, is lower one leg at a time. Just like you're reaching through your heel, like you're pushing something away from your body. Being able to breathe behind that tension, not holding the breath. Just slowly as we go, not rushing through the movement. We want to keep it slow, we want to keep it controlled. And if you want to advance it a little, you can just raise the arms up. So we take away the core assist. One more on each side. And then at the top. So just allow yourself to roll over then onto your side. Arms outstretched in front. And like an archer drawing their bow, you're going to pull back, lead with the shoulder, open through the rotation of your thoracic spine. Nice and controlled again, keep it slow. We're going to do 8 on each side. Breathe out as you open, breathe in as you recover. Flip around then, you can do the same on the other side. A nice thing to add here, if you have a pillow or a cushion or a foam roller even, between the knees. So give them a nice tight squeeze. That's going to help to fix the hips and ensure that you're rotating only through your thoracic spine, mid to upper back, instead of your lower back and hips. If you don't have anything like this is okay. You can just squeeze your knees together naturally. Pay attention to any difference that you feel left to right. Nothing we need to do to correct it. I'm just making you aware of any asymmetries that you have. Okay, so when you hit 8 each side, you can roll back onto your back. We're staying on the ground still for now. Heels 10 to 15 centimeters away from your bottom. We will go with a glute bridge and reach. So as you bridge up, you take one arm and it reaches across your body. So in a nice long line from knee to fingertips. And same the other side. Push the ground. Reach up and over. We'll do 5 each way. Breathing out. Breathe in as you recover down. Keep it controlled. Don't rush through the movements. Hips come all the way to the top to add the reach. This is the last one on each side. And relax. We're going to come up into a seated position. And we're going to adopt a shin box or a 90-90 sit. Doesn't matter if you cannot get your knees both at 90 degrees. It's more about being able to stay upright here with your posture. So you can use your hands for support. Or if you have enough stability and enough mobility through the hips, you can just hold them out in front. But you have to be able to remain with good posture. We're going to switch from one side to the other. You see I use my hands to switch across and into the same seated position on the opposite side. Bow a little into the front side and switch. Here we go, hands out if you're able to. So it just gives you more control through your ranges of motion. Either option is totally fine. We're just going to do a few reps here on each side. One more each way. Again, it's just working the rotation in the hip joint, getting the glutes ready, getting the core, the pillar muscles ready. You get that main axis of strength in your body ready for the session. So the main thing to remember here as we go through this workout is that you take everything at your own pace. So don't rush through anything, keep it controlled. If you fall behind a little bit, that's okay. It's better to do 2 to 3 rounds at a nice comfortable speed than to rush through 4 or 5 rounds. You get more benefit from it. So as we head into the main part of the workout now, we're going to work through 4 different movements. We go through them in sequence, or we're going to try and get 3 to 4 rounds altogether. So, first one, we're going to come onto our hands and knees. So quadruped position here, knees directly under your hips, wrists directly under your shoulders. You're going to take the support of your body by lifting your knees off the ground, nice and tight in the middle, the ribs and hips locked together. We're going to do these kick unders. So I'm going to take my left leg, reaching under my body. So now I'm supporting through my arm and my heel only, and then driving up to the sky. So I'm reaching to my ceiling, to the top arm and my hips. Swing back under, so in that hover position, and then the other way. Reach through and up. We're going to do 6 reps on each side, so 12 total reps. Again, take it at your own time. One important thing to remember, the leg that is bent, keep that foot flat on the ground. You often see people will go just onto their tiptoes, and it creates a less stable base and more tension in the calf. That's not our focus. Our focus is here on the straight leg and the push into the ground. 6 on each side. So you continue going, always returning to that same tabletop position. You'll be able to balance your afternoon drink there on your back. 6 each side. Give you 10 more seconds to finish that up. Again, like I said, if you fall behind, that's okay. If you find you're rushing ahead and completing these really quick, just slow it down a touch. Next, we're going to start in a half kneeling position. Shift your weight towards the front side, and again, we're just going to lift the back knee off the ground. So we're hovering, we're holding this low split. We're going to imaginary reach to pick something up from the open side, take it through the body and push it away. So we don't have any resistance here. All we're doing is supporting the body weight and rotating with that stable base. 6 times. Reach and push. Reach and push. You want to feel the quads, especially as we go through 3 or 4 rounds, start to burn a little bit with about 70% of your weight on that front side. Same then on the other side. Nice straight line from your head to your knee. Reach and push. It's as if you're picking something up, throwing it over the fence. When you've done 6 each side, you can come back down. Third one in the sequence, we're going to come up a little higher. We were in a low split, now we are going to go into a high split. So your high split, you're now drawing this straight line from your head to your heel. Again, probably more like 80% of your weight now on this front side. You're going to thread across that top leg. So like Spider-Man would shoot his web as far away as you can. And from this position, in one clean movement, push the ground through the front leg, come up into a single leg stance. Trying to keep your balance, knee up, toe up, and then return. Straight line head to heel, always creating this positive shin angle. Coming up, 6 on each side. Nice and controlled. Shoot the web, push the ground, finish tall. So I've got my straight line, always head to heel. Now it's on the far side, and as I go back, as you see it, now it's on the near side. So we're coming out of the blocks into that sprint position. Same then goes the other way. Set yourself up, nice straight line head to heel. This positive shin angle tells me your weight is on the right side. Thread, one clean movement, out of the blocks into that sprinter's position. Doing your best to keep your balance. Okay if you need to adjust. Again, we're rotating into the hip, rotating out of the hip. Key movements that are often forgotten. But now we have a great opportunity in our homes where we have limited equipment to work on some of these key fundamental actions. So again, 6 there on each side. Last one, so this is our fourth movement. Stand in a squat stance. So your feet shoulder width or slightly wider. Coming down with a nice neutral spine, so your hips are going back. Take a hold of your big toes. Pull yourself into this deep squat stance. Raise one arm, raise the other arm, stand up. So we're just doing a deep squat into a standing position. Same again, slide down, so like you're painting your thighs with your hands. Take a hold of your big toes. Hold it for a second there at the bottom. Does not matter which arm you raise first. We're going to do this 6 times. So we're hitting a little mobility as well as bringing yourself out of that deep squat position. So 6 reps total. And there's one complete round. So we did 1 round of 4 movements. We're going to stay with those same 4 movements and go 2 more rounds. As we go through these now, there's less for me to explain, so we can add a little bit of tempo, moving quickly from one movement to the next. Where do we begin? Down on the ground, quadruped position, holding your stability, kick unders, flat foot, straight leg, and reach. 6 on each side. So you're pushing the ground to drive the hips to the sky. Each time return to tabletop. So as we go through these rounds now, this is where you start to feel heart rate picks up a little bit, just because of the continuous movement that we're trying to achieve. So you're getting your 6 reps there on each side, straight into your low split. 90 degrees, half kneeling position. Weight to the front leg, low split hold. Reach down, pick it up, throw it over the fence. 6 times. Throw it over. Breathe out as you release. should feel the front leg takes the weight. Same on the other side. Half kneeling. Shift the weight. Head to knee, straight line, reach and throw. Breathe in, breathe out. I'm already starting to get a little bit of a sweat. Maybe you are there at home as well. Third movement, we're coming up. High split. So drawing that line now, head to heel. Spider-Man shoots his web. You come out of the blocks into that sprint position. Knee up, toe up. Control down. Spider-Man's web. Shoot to the top. When you've done 6, spin around, same thing the other way. Work to keep that positive shin angle. Lets me know you've got your weight in the right place. Front foot is full foot contact with the ground. Big toe, little toe, and heel. Hold top position for a moment so you know that you've reached the full extension position. Last one, deep squat to stand. So hitting your squat width stance, paint your thighs, pull, hold in the deep squat for a moment, one, the other, and up. 6 reps. Typically used more as a mobility movement, which is definitely a benefit of this exercise, but it's also strengthening your end range. So being able to be strong in the end range of your deepest squat to come back out of that hole. Six reps, and we're 2 rounds gone. You can take a moment's break just to get yourself a drink, towel down if you need to, and we'll go back in for our 3rd and final round. Okay, so down we go. Quadruped position. Kick unders, 6 on each side. Make sure you're locked in, ribs and hips. Less from me now. Hopefully you've got a playlist going there, so you don't have to listen to me as I start to breathe heavy on this 3rd round. Nice little additional piece here is as you go through this kick under, you'll see it this side, is that top arm almost pulls down before drives up. So we're working some muscles in the upper back as well. Six each side. Continuous movement, low split. Front leg is loaded, pick it up, throw it over the fence. Breathe in, breathe out. Big toe, little toe and heel. Contact with the ground. Switching sides after 6. Same thing, big toe, little toe, heel. That tripod of stability, almost like you're going to grip the ground with your big toe. Start to feel those quads getting a little tired. Up we come. High split with rotations. Big toe, little toe, heel. Spider-Man web. Up into the sprinter's position. I've gone the opposite way now. So you can see in this third round, if you have me on the screen, that front side. Positive angle, weight shifted forward. Reach back with the back leg. Reach to shoot Spider-Man's web 6 times, then repeat on the other side. Reach back, thread, shooting the web, drive up into that sprinter's position. Hit the angles at the top where everything is in nice, neat, straight lines. Body loves to work in straight lines. We're almost there. Last one, deep squat to stand. You know it now. Feet in your squat stance. Painting your thighs with your hands. Nice deep squat position. Raise 1, raise 2. Push the ground to bring it up. So that's where you can add the intensity. So from the bottom position, when both arms are in the sky, push the ground. That's when you breathe out, when you create the force. Force being pushed into the ground. 6 total reps. And there you go, there's 3 rounds. If you have a little bit more time, you can go ahead and get a 4th round, but don't exceed that. Remember, this is a low intensity workout. We're checking the boxes of some movement that our body needs today. You can go to our bodyweight metabolic, bodyweight strength, join one of the programs for your more high intensity workouts. You can add yourself to those lists. Just visit the YouTube channel, check the playlist, or email jim_hzo@adidas.com. As we recover here, hopefully have a little bit of time here to recover as well, we go back to where we began. So we're going to lay down on the ground, take breaths only through our nose, belly breaths, tummy expands, tummy contracts. Try and slow the breath down as much as you can. So you may be breathing a little heavier now, a little more rapidly. That's natural. Now we can take control of that again. Slow it right down. Each breath you take, just breathe a little bit slower. And as you feel the breath slows down, you can slow it down even more by giving a very deliberate count. So 5 seconds where you have a full inhale, you draw as much air in as you can, and then 10 seconds exhale. Slow, slow exhale, slow it right down. Just take this 4, 5 times here on the ground. And as you carry on with your day, whether you go into the next meeting, go in to eat your lunch, just continue to focus on the breath, keeping it slow, keeping it nasal, and that's going to help to reset your nervous system and promote your recovery. Thank you for joining me for today's low intensity workout. Any questions, you can post them down there in the comments and we will respond. Enjoy the rest of your day and we'll see you soon.